Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Talking Ball podcast. This is our first episode, and we're just going to talk about the season that's just gone by and the Champions League campaign. In this episode, we're going to just talk about the table, the goals of the season, underachievers, overachievers, and all sorts of things like that. And we're just four mates just who love football. So the first thing we're going to talk about, boys, is the table in the Premier League. So firstly, obviously, we've got to start at the top two, City and Liverpool. What's your opinions on that?
I think we should get the Chelsea fan. Fucking brilliant.
Where did he go?
He just did.
Oh, fucking did. He's back. He's back.
Keep this in.
All right,
Well,
see, what are we gonna? They were just clear of everyone, weren't they? They were just clear. There was no chance that anyone was going to catch them. We thought at the start of the season it would be like a 3-horse race. Well, I thought it would be. I thought Chelsea would definitely be in there. They just won the Champions League. They just signed Lukaku for 100 million to score those 30 goals a season, and it's just gone wrong. So, Dean, from a Chelsea fan perspective, where's it gone wrong? What's gone wrong?
Actually, I'll show you my prediction before the season started.
Oh, he's got his
The question you
So I had.
Well,
Huh?
Be ready for this ball knowledge prediction we're gonna get right now.
This is a week before the season started. So obviously I had to back it. Chelsea first, then City second, United third. Because I thought with the signings that they had,
We'll get into that. No, wait, keep it. We'll get into that.
Sancho, Ronaldo, Varane.
No, keep shush.
Right.
We'll keep it.
And then Liverpool fourth. Yeah, Liverpool fourth.
Yeah.
And then so that was my top four. Chelsea. I mean, we were top for I don't know how many
for a long time.
You
You were top. Yeah.
For a few game weeks at the start, and then went downhill.
I'll put it out there. I don't even think that's a bad prediction. Like considering everything that happened over the transfer window and Liverpool kind of had the same old squad. Like it wasn't really changed that much.
Everyone was sleeping on Liverpool because of how bad they were last season.
Season last. And they counted so much on Van Dijk as well. And when he got injured, it was like,
and I think
kind of affected them badly.
I think Anfield for them is a massive fortress. So when they were like losing home games and shit because of lockdown, that kind of made a massive difference for them. Like having their home fans.
City in their first game, they lost to Spurs away. And everyone at that point, there was the Kane saga going on, and everyone was like, they have to get Kane. They can't go through the whole season without a striker. And they've come out and won the league without a striker. So I guess they did it last season, but they didn't really have much competition in the end last season. But City and Liverpool just so clear of everyone right now in the Prem. And it's just, next season, do you think we're going to see someone else come in there? Because City adding Haaland, Liverpool are going to make some. They got to make some signs. Mane looking like he's leaving every day now in the middle of the summer. Looks like he's going to Bayern. Salah coming to the end of his contract. Is this the end for the Liverpool era, the Klopp Liverpool era, the original ones?
I guess for that front three, innit? But they just got to the Champions League final.
Their recruitment is sick.
That's what I mean. That's what I was going to back. I think, their recruitment's definitely the best in the league. So, you can always back them to find the next Sadio Mane or the next.
And they have Paul as well. It's Liverpool at the end of the day, innit? They can basically find anyone.
Yeah. They got a ready-made replacement for Mane, to be honest, with Diaz. If he can just increase, obviously he's only been here since January, but if he if he increases his output in terms of assists and goals, he's easily like a ready-suited Mane replacement. So, I don't know. With Liverpool, it's always like you always underestimate them because the names that they have aren't as strong as maybe other teams especially when they sign players in windows. But they're always there because they just know how to fit it in the Klopp system. And you can always say now, City have Haaland, City you're gonna go 10 points clear of Liverpool next season, but you just can't underestimate them like that, especially with a manager like Klopp.
But so when I was listening to the overlap yesterday, they said Jamie Carragher was talking about City, right? And he said that both City and Liverpool, they constantly achieve 95 plus points. This season it was just 90 plus points, but City adding Haaland, right? He thinks that he's not there to make City get like over 100 points or 110 points or something like that. Like they already hit that 95 plus mark. They're not really going to get higher than that. So I don't see them getting more points and I guess winning more games. Maybe, but I think he's there for like those Liverpool game when that last chance fell to Mahrez.
Yeah.
And like you'd rather have Haaland on that than Mahrez. Then they've won the game and they've probably won the league with the game to go or something like that. But yeah, he's definitely there for those Champions League games. They've also got like they've got people leaving as well. Like Fernandinho have been there for like what 10 years nearly. That's going to be a big miss.
Jesus is a sick player.
Yeah, Jesus maybe to Arsenal. Apparently,
He's
smiling.
Jesus to Arsenal.
Yeah, so City and Liverpool doesn't look like their reigns are coming to the end, but maybe the Klopp Liverpool team aging a little bit. They do need to make some signs, but the only thing that will let them down is that they can't spend as much money as the City or the PSGs and stuff. But their recruitment is sick. Do you think?
Well, I mean, you compare it, like you look at United, for example, like with Chelsea, the amount they spend and stuff, they've not got anywhere near the consistency that Liverpool have been able to manage, considering the significant amount of spending difference between them. And I feel like that just comes down to Liverpool having a system in place that, like, from the structure of the club, like regardless of the owners, because the owners, there's not even a comparison like what Roman had and what City have. Like the money is just, you can't compare it. But in terms of the structure below the owners, it's so solid and there's such a good foundation there at Liverpool. The director of football, Michael Edwards, you have Jurgen Klopp, they've built the system around how he wants to play. Like you don't find that in any other team in the Prem, and that's the main reason that they're kind of like striving to like get to Champions League finals every year and win the league and stuff.
Who do you think stays longer, Pep or Klopp?
It's a tough one.
No, I think Pep.
I would
agree with Pep.
I would back Klopp as well.
I think if Pep doesn't win the Champions League in the next 2 seasons, he'd leave.
Yeah, but
what? If
anything, why would he leave? Like where else is he going to go?
Yeah.
I just think that's his number one priority. I think he's won it all at Man City. He's going to push for the Champions League with City now. They got Haaland. They don't get the Champions League the next season or two. I don't think
surely
I don't think he would want to stay for more than that.
That would just push him to keep going. Like
surely and then spend
maybe if they
because he gets the money.
But it wasn't like that, because if you compare it to Bayern, right, where he didn't win the Champions League and he kind of like failed, he didn't stay there until he decided to win it. When they easily could have, like they still worked, they built that whole team and the whole system around how he wanted to play at Bayern, and they still kind of have that structure to this day. But like he didn't win, he wasn't as successful in a league.
It wasn't his team as much, because it was like Robin, Ribéry, like Lahm, like all of that. It was like that old generation. They'd already won it, like one or two Champions League, been to multiple Champions League finals and shit. So like had literally been to the Champions League. I swear they won it the year that he came or some shit like that. Like they won it the year before he came. Sorry,
they won 2012. And when did he come?
2013.
Yeah.
So, I think he came 2014. So I think
that wasn't his team. He hadn't like implemented his own identity on it. City, he's built it from the ground up. Like every player in the team he signed, or like other than I think maybe Sterling or like a couple, but they're all basically his player. Like Sterling is Pep's player. Like he's most.
Yeah. I mean, so I've had like the career he's had right now without Pep.
It's like he's fucking football managered Man City to the exact team that he wants. So to the point where if he leaves, he would have to set up a successor, probably Arteta, to be honest. I'm not. I don't even say that as a joke.
Yeah, no, I think City are allowing him to do everything he wants, and I don't think he'll get that at another club. Like he gets the money.
It's like
plus
some Ferguson. It's like he's laughing about me saying that about Arteta, but he literally was at Man City in the Man City system. Like I don't even think he's that sick a manager. I'm not an Arteta sexual, but bro, he's definitely being lined up. 100%.
That's true. All right, top 2. Now we've got to go to the top 4. So we can get this from an Arsenal fan's perspective. What do you make of the season? What do you make of the season?
I would say that like at the start of the season, considering I'll just say from an Arsenal perspective initially, right?
Yeah.
We lost our first 3 games. We lost our first 3 games. Everyone wrote us off, especially the Brentford game. Like Ben White had a stinker. I think we had just like a shit team at the start of the season. We were playing Pablo Mari and Balogun up top and shit. So everyone slept on us. Everyone said we're going to do dead. We're in the relegation zone, everything like that. We pick up momentum probably because I think our team is a bit weak mentally. So when we're underdogs, we seem to excel and go through good periods. But then like when the pressure's on us, we basically fucked up every time. But that is one of the pitfalls of having such a young team. Like I think if you look at the youngest starting 11 in the Prem this year, like 35 out of like the top 38 Arsenal teams. So like we had the youngest team in the league. Yeah, we did fucking bottle it at the end and it was really disappointing. I think it was that 3-game run where we lost to Palace, Brighton, the game that I went to. And then Southampton, it was Southampton after that. Newcastle was the second last game.
It was after.
So that 3-game period cost us really. I mean, no one expected us to beat Chelsea and Man U and West Ham. So that then put us back in it. And then we're in the driving seat again. You think, fucking hell. But typical us, we just shit the bed. And fair play to
Brighton and Palace were the same games that lost Emery the top 4 as well.
Yeah, it's ironic. But like, I just think that like, if you look at Tottenham, they have Son and Kane, and that's just the difference between them and us.
Obviously.
Like in terms of their actual like how they play and shit. Like personally, I find them fucking awful to watch, bro. They just sit back, Conte ball, 5 at the back, inshallah, and then just smash it up top. Kane and Son, a bit of individual fucking brilliance, and we've won the game. And there were so many games teams just played low block against them, and they couldn't do shit. So I think they'll get found out a bit next season, but I think Perisic is a good sign and Conte is a good manager. They are going to do well. Like, as much as I hate to say it.
That thing that came out about how they've got like 150 million to spend now this summer.
Yeah.
And like, there's no other than maybe Klopp. There's no other manager you'd back like better to spend it well than Conte.
I mean, to be fair, at Chelsea, right after he won the league, he didn't make great signings. It's not like they sound like Bakayoko and shit, bro. Like. I don't think he has a ridiculously sick recruitment record, but he definitely knows the kind of player he wants.
But do you think like Conte will have like a Klopp and Pep type impact at Spurs for like that a period of time? Because Conte, right, look at all his jobs. He's only in there for like 2 or 3 years until the players get sick of him.
He already started flirting with leaving.
I mean, he does this a lot where he knows he's not going to be at clubs a lot, so he signs experienced players that know how to get him to where he needs to be.
They're already doing that.
And like, I mean, that's what they're. So I think especially with him, he's not going to be there for more than 3 more years max or something like that. But if he's literally on that Klopp Pep level like of manager. He's like
that caliber.
He's that caliber
in
of manager.
the league. Yeah, I'd agree. In the league, he's not a great cup manager though. Doesn't have a great cup record.
So what we think Liverpool Spurs can challenge like? I don't think they're getting top 2, but Chelsea?
No. I think they'll just have a similar season to this year, but because they have Champions League, like if they don't make good depth signings, they might drop off a bit in the league.
Yeah,
but we'll see how Ten Hag. I mean, Ten Hag's got a lot to clear up at United.
I think we're going to spend big. We're going to definitely be better next season in the conversation.
And plus, your players are just going to keep developing because it is the youngest squad out of all those teams.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about the Spurs January signings as well. Kulusevski and Bentancur. They made a big impact on that Spurs squad.
Kulusevski, what a sign!
It's got to be one of these signings of the seasons. I think he's
for a fact. I think the top 4 battle is definitely going to be a lot more entertaining than the title battle for the next 5 years. I think that the teams in the top 4 are a lot more balanced, a lot more closer, and it will just depend on who signs the right players, who's got the better manager, and like all that sort of stuff. So.
What I think what let Arsenal down was that January transfer window, not signing anyone and letting out 4 players on loan, Aubameyang go. I mean, once you have that, you need some ready-made players now at the moment. and like obviously there's talks going on, like Gabriel Jesus and stuff like that. Is there another City? Is there Zinchenko or something? I think he's
Nabry's chatted about as well. Nabry would be massive.
You need those ready-made players because you've got a lot of kids. I think Arsenal could be definitely like.
I think that's what like our recruitment strategy is now, to get the 26, 27-year-old type prime players to kind of build around the guys that we have. But a lot of our problems are injuries as well. I mean, you look at our best 11, Tierney and Partey missed basically half the season, and they're like probably two of our best like 5 players.
Yeah.
So if I think Partey's injury was bigger than Tierney's actually in retrospect, even though El Neni did really well. Partey just like is a one-man midfield. He's fucking incredible. Bare underrated, I think. But fuck knows. He's just too injury prone. Like he's made of glass. He came back from
AFCON.
The Cup of Nations, just not.
Did you get a red in the first game? You got a red straight away.
Got red in like 10 minutes against Liverpool. It didn't really matter. And then I think he had a couple game run, and then got injured against Palace.
Speaking of underrated players, Coco, I can't lie. I think we should speak about like our sort of awards of each player this season.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think
we've got what we've got so far is goal of the season, underachievers, overachievers, best player, best new signing, breakthrough player, and most exciting games. Don't worry if you can't remember a lot of them. I've got a few notes to just remind you of some stuff. So
that guy down there.
Yeah. So
he's not gonna know.
First one, goal of the season, right? If you can remember,
this one's tough to remember off the top of your head.
Well, shall I tell you? Shall I tell you what was voted goal of the season? From like match of the day.
We need some nominees for each category, probably.
Salah, wasn't it?
It was Salah versus City. The like one-way dribble past.
That probably was the best goal. Like that probably is just.
Well, no, I think I would disagree. I'm personally saying Kovacic, the volley.
Give us the options, and then we'll.
Okay. Let's see.
Martinelli versus Watford.
Sneak that one in there.
Nah, I don't think we've scored a really good goal this. Normally we have one amazing like team banger, but I guess maybe the Southampton goal. But yeah, we haven't really scored any good goals.
Realistically, in terms of technique and everything, Kovacic's was like probably the hardest to pull off. That was like, even when like people always talk, if we're gonna speak like in terms of the way it came up for him, right? He was like leaning back, and he kind of had to like. It was such a hard technique, and the way he hit it, like to get like that much dip on it, it was like against Liverpool, wasn't it?
I can tell you. So the shortlist,
an equalizer as well.
Shortlist was Danny Ings. It was like a bicycle kick versus Newcastle.
Yeah,
it was a pretty good goal. Andros Townsend hit like a screamer from like 30 yards.
Banger for Townsend.
Yeah, that was a banger. Salah goal versus City. Rodri long range effort versus Everton.
Oh, that could be it for me. That one was a banger.
Lacazette versus Southampton. I think that was the team goal.
I told you, man are laughing at me for saying the goal against Southampton.
I saw it the other day. And I was like, decent. Kovacic, there's a Zaha goal versus Norwich, which I don't remember what that is. There's the Ronaldo volley versus Tottenham where it comes over his shoulder. Almiron has one. Almiron has one versus Crystal Palace. I don't know what that is. And Heung-min Son has one versus Leicester, which must be some sort of curler or some shit.
Top three.
I was
one of them.
Honorable mention Ziyech against Tottenham.
That was a good goal. That was a very good goal as well, to be fair.
Nah, that's not goal of the season stuff.
Gallagher, so Conor Gallagher scored an absolute worldie as well. Like hit the bar and win it. That was good.
Nominated, yeah. Well, yeah. If you want to put that as your goal of the season, you can.
Now I'll put Rodri. I'm just saying that is definitely.
I do rate the Rodri.
I would back. I think Kovacic is like.
Yeah, I'm backing.
That one us our goal of the season as well.
In terms of technique, the stage, like how important the game was. I mean, you could argue Salah's probably was more important, but at the end of the day, I feel like the technique behind Kovacic is like Salah was like good technique, good close, like good control. We see a lot of goals. like that, like
Right.
in the Prem. It's still a good goal, but I think
He himself has scored better goals like that.
Yeah. I think his one against Watford was probably better.
True. Even though, well, no, I agree with that. Okay, underachievers of the season. So we've got teams like sort of Chelsea, Everton, United, maybe like an Aston Villa. Aston Villa had huge hopes.
United, bro.
So for me, what's an underachiever then?
For me, 100% United. Like,
yeah,
I don't think you can argue.
Yeah, after finishing second and then making those signings, everyone thought they would close the gap a lot.
Come on, like three of the biggest signings the window with Ronaldo, Sancho, and Varane. Like
they won their first game 6-1. Everyone was gassed. Everyone thought,
They lost games like Watford 4-1, Brighton 4-0. Like for a team that people were expecting to push for a title charge it's just like to finish in Europa League is just like they got to be the biggest ones. Even Chelsea wasn't like they still finished third. So like
but I've got to say with Chelsea, they signed.
I still say we're underachievers though.
£100 million. I mean, they did reach 2 cup competition finals, and they could have won them. Like they went to the wire with Liverpool. They could have won them. They had chances to win, and you couldn't say it's like you look outside the Prem for Chelsea. They won the Club World Cup. Did they win the Super Cup? Didn't they?
Yeah.
They got 2 finals, but in the Prem they just let down. So I mean, the whole season as a whole.
Let down. We were let down because of injuries and COVID. Like we had like a big run of games, and then we had like
Lukaku.
we had Kante was injured. We had Kovacic was injured. There were 2 of our that's half our midfield.
Kante was dog shit for the second half of the season. He was probably good that he was injured.
That's because of his injury, bro.
Nah, come on, bro. Kante had a shit season. I don't care.
All right, overachievers.
Overachievers.
Yeah, obviously hasn't been as like Tottenham.
For me, a low key overachiever. I think because we're talking about Prem, we can't really talk about like
we have to talk about
else.
Yeah.
Brentford. Prem, for me it's Brighton.
Brighton.
For me, Brighton.
Where did they finish?
I think for a team,
they finished 9th.
For a team who's lost their 2 best centre halves, as well as like recruiting the right players this season, like to finish 9th, top half, compared to teams like Villa who spent a lot, like they had much bigger names. Like for a team as small as Brighton to finish 9th, like, and they finished above Wolves as well. So like to finish top half, I think is a very, very decent achievement.
Brighton were definitely a giant.
Finished 8th. Sorry.
Plus they beat Arsenal, they beat Spurs, they battered United 4-0, and like they're a very, very solid team. And like Graham Potter's probably one of the most underrated managers.
Yeah, he's a sick coach.
So, like I definitely think that they're like considering that they lost Ben White and they lost Dan Burn in January as well. To finish top half is very, very solid to them, I think.
But for me, it's going to be either Brentford or Newcastle, because Newcastle was smack bang bottom in December or something. Signed some players, and it's not like they signed like high class. I mean, they signed one Bruno who was like really sought after, but they signed like Premier League proven people like Dan Burn and stuff. But also their players
from their rivals. They did that as much to weaken their fucking rivals.
But they still need support.
I don't really see that as underachievers though.
I can't class that
because the context of the takeover, bro. They literally had billion. Fair enough. They didn't spend like 80
smack
or
bang at the bottom of December. No team has ever not got relegated being bottom of at December. No team ever.
Yeah, but just look at the teams. Look at the teams that got relegated.
Leicester were rock bottom. Yeah, the year before they won the league under Nigel Pearson.
Were they
bottom?
bottom?
They were bottom for a while, and then they just came out like.
Not the year they won it though. That's what he's saying.
The year before.
But he's saying as quick a turnaround as like Christmas, they were near bottom, and then they
I'm saying to reach 11th from smack bang bottom. It's definitely an overachievement, and they like, but the players that they're already with them, like Joe Linton has done like mad, like steps forward. That's what I'm saying. But Brentford as well.
Trippier and Guimaraes are easily top 10 players. So you add them to any.
Trippier's only played like 5 games, to be fair, though.
I'd give it to Brentford. I would understand Brentford. I think Brentford. The biggest shout.
Yeah. Brentford deserve
two.
Since the Eriksen signing, they've done bits. 2
of the newly promoted clubs have gone down, and they're the one who wants to stay up. So yeah, you got to say that.
They won the playoffs as well. They won
exactly. That looks like they're here to stay as well. Like, but they could do a league.
You never know, bro.
Exactly. So next one. Best player. This is pretty going to be maybe unanimous, but best player of the whole season. Yes, just shout out.
Me?
Yeah, you go first.
Best player of the season. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
Mason Powell.
Oh, he's frozen. He's fucking gone.
There he is.
Of course, it freezes in the right moment for it, doesn't it?
Salah, because of his even though, Salah, what is it? 23 goals, 13 assists or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so if it was a half the season award and then the second half of the season award, it'd have to be Salah and then KDB, I think. But it's so hard to do it.
KDB for the whole period.
Huh?
Van Dijk for like the whole season.
Yeah, I guess so.
The thing is, I don't think he stood out. I don't think he stood out as much as like he might have like before, only because Konate and Matip have been so solid themselves. Obviously,
and everyone's just used to. It's just like voter fatigue. It's like LeBron in basketball. Everyone's just used to him being so good that like people don't really appreciate it.
Yeah, but
he's easily like the best centre back I've seen, and he seems to maintain that level like all the time. Like it's notable if he has a bad game because you just like they're just so shit. Like they just leak goals when he does, but it's very rare. Like that Villa game. Fucking that freak game that they lost 7-2. But I just think this season, if you talk about someone that's been like consistent, Alisson as well. To be fair, he's got Alisson behind him, who's also the best keeper in the world. So
yeah, I don't know if it's. All right, we'll move on though. Best new signing.
I mean, one clear cut like.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say though. Yeah, but
I know I would because he's a January signing as well. Like I don't know.
Kulusevski.
No. Yeah, Kulusevski. Yeah. For me, I think I don't want to always throw the big clubs like there because you got to give some appreciation to like the lower leagues. So I think like Conor Gallagher or Christian Eriksen.
Yeah. I literally have those two on my notes as well.
Guimaraes.
Yeah, Guimaraes is on there as well.
The thing is, he didn't play like he kind of even when they did sign him, he only started playing like a month.
Yeah, I know he hasn't. It's not based off much, but like in terms, like I think Luis Diaz has probably had similar minutes for Liverpool.
Yeah,
everyone will bum like Luis Diaz.
Everyone will say Luis Diaz, obviously because the Liverpool.
But what's his actual numbers?
Luis Diaz doesn't have amazing numbers. He's just so good.
Yeah. He only got like 4 goals, 4 assists, or something, for like 5 goals.
He plays like Neymar in it, so he's just exciting to watch. Everyone likes watching the
no-look passes.
Yeah. All right, got a few there. Breakthrough player. So I don't know how we're going to classify it. I guess a player who just has had a season that's just like clear of every other season.
Had a season that he's just like you never had it before, like similar levels.
Well, I'm throwing the name out there. The GOAT, Jared Bowen. You can't argue that. You can't argue with that.
Yeah, for me, I think I gotta put Smith Rowe.
Yeah, I was gonna say Smith Rowe.
For me, Smith Rowe.
I really like Jacob Ramsey as well.
His England call up, got like 10 goals, 2 assists in the Prem,
most of them off the bench as well.
Yeah, most off the bench. He's not even started. Like to put that much output, like for a player who's not even starting most games, like he's had a big rise.
Yeah, but he doesn't start like as much as I love ESR. He doesn't start most games because Odegaard is better, right? So I guess maybe Odegaard at Sociedad or whatever had a But I'd throw Odegaard in there as well because myself, I didn't expect him to be anywhere near as good as he's been. He's completely transformed our team really going forward. So
yeah,
he deserves a shout as well. Underrated baller.
Conor Gallagher
had a stinker at the beginning of the season though.
Who, Odegaard?
Yeah.
Everyone did though, bro. We were playing awesome. Like,
they lost 3 games in a row at the start.
we had a bad 4 games, like so fucking what.
I think
Let's get into the shit signing so I can trash on Lukaku.
Okay. Worst signings then.
Lukaku, there you go.
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
You can't put
Pancho's up there. Sancho's up there.
Sancho, yeah. I say Sancho's.
No, but I think second half of the season he's actually he's not part of the numbers that everyone expected of him, but like there's definitely a player there. Next season he's definitely gonna.
Yeah, he has a future at United. Lukaku clearly just hates Chelsea and just there for the bag. So
Lukaku came, and then 2 months later he was like, "I want to go back to Inter." Like that's just a bit of an L.
Why is he
Chelsea? Chelsea just took a whole L there. He got fat again.
Yeah.
He scored a couple goals. That's it. Chelsea fans hold that. Most exciting game though. I think it's either.
To be fair, he might be going back on loan to Inter, so
he let him go. Most exciting game. I think it's quite clear for me. It was the 2 City Liverpool games. They were sick.
I like Arsenal Chelsea, the away game. That was my favorite game of the season.
Everton Palace is up there.
Everton, but yeah, the
limbs, bro. The limbs.
It was 3-2 comeback. They were 2-0 down.
I think that wins. That was the biggest limbs of the season.
Vieira meme alone.
You could even say like City Villa at the end as well, maybe because what the context meant.
Yeah, I just think Everton's fans are just
this game.
Everton's fans just make their scenes like even the game they won where Richarlison flew that flare like
This season had loads of sick games. Like there's been loads of really good like games. I think just having the fans back is mostly like what it was about. To be fair, wouldn't have got
atmosphere been better.
Yeah, exactly. All right, now let's move competitions. Right, we've talked about the Prem. Let's move on to Europe and the Champions League, right? So we're going to do the same awards for that. I'm going to do sort of the same, but let's have a little reflection of the season, the Champions League season as a whole, right? So we've got a Madrid fan here. He's obviously very happy. A week ago, he's looking at his team lift. Not even a week ago, he's seen his team lift the trophy. So tell us.
All right, so for me personally, I think you ask any Madrid fan before this season, obviously you'll get a couple of delusional ones, especially at a big club. But like, ask any Madrid fan, are you even in the top 3 favourites to win this tournament? It would be like, no, there's absolutely no way. Yeah. The squad's aging, especially throughout this season. Even I'd say even up to Christmas after a group stage. Even then, we didn't really have much hope.
Sheriff lost the first game. He lost.
That was in the Champions. Yeah, we were obviously clear in the league. The league we've dominated the league this season throughout the whole season. But like the fact that Ancelotti wasn't rotating, the fact we came up against PSG, we were like, nah, there's no way. Like we're gonna come out injuries, fatigue, all this sort of stuff. And then like the run we went on. Just it's probably the greatest run in Champions League history, and like that's just something that made this win probably barring La Decima because it was so like monumental for the club. This is probably my favorite Champions League win ever.
Yeah, it was actually from like a neutral perspective. The game
you won it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, the games were just always. Like PSG just absolutely battered you in the first leg. Like you literally just sat back and did nothing. And Mbappe scores in the last minute or something, and everyone's just like, "Oh yeah, that's it. Like that's it." They're going to go to the Bernabeu and just like.
Ancelotti eyebrow here.
Yeah.
When you see that, it's game over.
And I mean, the Chelsea first leg was just
like the Rock's eyebrow, bro.
Chelsea was shit. They were 3-1 down. The game was pretty much over then. But then we go and see
both teams. To be fair, both Chelsea and PSG just lost composure in like either the second or the first.
And City, all 3 of them.
Yeah, all 3.
Yeah. So
I think we had
maybe stroke luck, but
we had moments that flipped the game. And I remember very well, like, obviously you had the first goal, the Benzema one. It just lifts the Bernabeu, and we just come back and they just crumble after that. Against Chelsea, I'd say one of the biggest moments was that Courtois save from the corner against Havertz. After that, we just kind of flipped as well.
That was just a mad save. That was a big miss from Havertz. That was a massive chance.
Another one. And against City, it was the Mendy goal line clearance.
Yeah.
And the Courtois save from the Grealish shot as well.
Grealish had a couple.
Yeah. So
in the first leg, fucking hell, Mahrez could have scored a hat trick.
Oh yeah, Mahrez pissed me off in that first leg, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. People call it luck. People do, but me personally, I don't think there's just something special about this club. The mentality is just this like incredible. Like you never find it in any other club around the world. Like to be able to, we've had the toughest run you could possibly given us. We had probably the best 4 teams in Europe, like other than us, like up there, and we just got through all of them.
I think one thing I would say about your run, like obviously goated run, but it did favour you that all of your second legs are at home, so your home fans could just like kind of G you on to have the comeback. Like if you'd have had the City second leg at home, I don't think you're away. I don't think you're winning that. The other two it would have been more interesting, but I think your home fans, kind of like Liverpool, just massively like fucking. And then obviously in the final you can't stop. You can't just stay.
The away goal rule was still in place. Would you have gone through? I don't think you would, no. I don't know against which game, but
no, they won.
No, they won.
Yeah, they scored a lot at home.
We scored 3 against
you
Chelsea.
would have won all of them.
We would have won all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have won all of them. Not even on the away goals rule, just on.
Yeah, not even.
If anything, the removal of the away goals rule removes any doubt.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Jez. Talked about the final. Let's talk about the final a little bit. I thought it was quite a mid game from Liverpool, especially. Yeah. But I mean, Madrid doing what they do in the final.
It was just cagey, and like one little.
Yeah. Some monstrous performances from like Carvajal, Valverde, Courtois. I mean, Carvajal just absolutely shut.
Carvajal had Diaz in for about 60 minutes, then had Mane for the rest of the game. He shot both of them down like they weren't even there. They absolutely done nothing against him. And obviously Courtois. Like
that's got to be one of the goalkeeper performances ever. Like
especially in a final.
It also goes to show like Liverpool very like.
Exactly.
That's a great comment. That's a great comment.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Great insight. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. Fucking hell. Did we not hear what you said at all? Yeah.
There he goes.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on. We'll go to the awards now. Fuck that. We'll just go to the awards. Fuck that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Goal of the tournament. What?
Thiago.
Yeah, well, that was. I'll tell you today. That was voted on the official Champions League site. That Thiago's goal was the official season.
Yeah, I would give it to that.
There was not many, but not a lot of bangers. I can't remember bangers.
That's the only one I could remember off the top of my
head.
I
think the technique for Modric's assist.
That was a goated little moment.
Like, that was more for the assist rather than the goal. I mean, it was a very good volley, but I think just the technique of Thiago's.
I think even you could say like the Benzema head. I don't know which. It was the Vinny little cross. That header that was like literally the edge of the
leaning
box.
Back.
Yeah, I thought that was a very good finish, to be fair. But yeah, a lot of great goals this year. But yeah, the Thiago one just looks nice, doesn't it?
Didn't that actually win goal of the tournament?
Yeah, one goal. So. Underachievers in the Champions League. I'm throwing out City and Bayern. Bayern going out to Villarreal.
It's got to be Bayern.
Yeah. They were hotly tipped as one of the top 3 favourites, and to go out against the Villarreal side.
Villarreal side that got absolutely murked by Liverpool.
Yeah.
Especially in the second leg, really. They just absolutely capitulated.
But they were winning on aggregate at one point.
I mean, the first half, they absolutely dominated Liverpool.
Yeah.
Typical Emre DNA just kicking in at the worst moment.
Overachievers, there's only one There's only one, isn't there?
Yeah.
This could be the quickest answer. Yeah, Madrid.
It's got to be Sheriff. It's got to be Sheriff.
Best player is going to be very.
I mean, even for overachievers, to be fair, I would give it to Villarreal. I could give it to Villarreal.
Yeah.
For a team who
get to a semi for them,
a team who get to the semi-finals, who's finished 7th in La Liga, I could easily give it to them, to be honest.
Yeah. All right, we'll give them second.
Huh?
Well, second.
What do you mean second?
No, like Villarreal second and then Madrid first.
All right. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, people could have envisioned Real Madrid getting to the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Villarreal, no
one would have.
If they had a Liverpool type run, it would have been different. But the fact that
think about it, Villarreal also beat the Italian, Juve, big team. They beat Bayern, one of the favourites as well.
They had a tougher run than Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So I think just the fact that Madrid had champions of France, reigning. Champions of England, then Liverpool, then I think But we will agree that those two, best player, pretty clear, I think. Ballon d'Or winner or future.
Has to be.
Yeah. Has to be one.
Benz.
Ronaldo.
I was actually thinking Mount there.
Mount's up there.
Mount for clutch player of the year and
Ghost of Town. Breakthrough player.
Performers,
We're gonna have a lot of these Chelsea we're gonna mock Chelsea a lot in this it's quite a hated team by this group, so
you don't say.
Okay, breakthrough player. He's got to be pretty clear as well.
Vinny, probably.
Yeah,
right?
I can't think of much else.
I would have given a shout to Dan Juma, to be honest with you. Dan Juma's a shout. Yeah. Like he's put up some. Well, I think he has like 5 goals, with 2 assists this season in the Champions League. For a team like that, he's really carried them. He scored against Juve, scored against Bayern.
Has there been a new signing for a team that's done well in the Champions League?
It's him. He's
he's a new sign.
Yeah. So I'd say I would give breakout player to Vinny, and I would give best signing to Dan Juma.
I think you have to give it to Vinny.
Yeah. I mean, Vinny shut down Jesiano over there compared to Martinelli and Saka at one point this season.
I never said Martinelli was better. Never. I might have said Saka was better at one point.
Most exciting game? I'm saying City Madrid. Yeah, the City Madrid first leg.
Yeah.
I think that game was only missing a red card in there.
They needed Ramos for the red, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all our awards. That's all our awards. That's all we've got.
That's good.
So now we're just going to, I guess, the summer transfers is sort of what you want from your teams. There's a lot of activity already at the Spanish nation leaders or whatever. I have no idea what to say. All I'm saying is that there's a lot of activity in Madrid right now. Let's get the views from you, Hashem.
All right. So Rudiger's already done.
Yeah.
Going to be presented on the 20th of June.
No, I swear it's on 6.
Who fucking cares? Why does it matter?
Yeah. I mean, if you
this guy said he's going.
Fine, so Rudiger's done. Chouamani, I think, is
very close.
Like it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Very close to happening it.
80 mil though.
Yeah, 80 mil plus 10 million bonuses. I mean, he is like the Casemiro replacement for the future. I mean, our midfield will be set for the next 10 years. That trio. And then obviously, I don't know, we'll just have to see. There's been loads of rumors with various wingers that we've been linked to since MPayPal couldn't actually but yeah, nah. I mean, that's it.
Bank check.
Yeah.
It's looking good for Madrid. I can't lie. With the signings you're making, I think they're definitely coming back, and there'll be a revival, a big revival. There'll be a big powerhouse again. The last maybe 2 or 3 years have sort of been not really there, but now they definitely back, especially after
Who's
this, so.
Madrid letting anyone go apart from Isco? Bale.
Bale's gone. Marcelo's got his farewell.
Marcelo.
Deadwood basically. People that didn't play anyway.
I think Tobias is going to leave if Chouamani comes in. And then I don't know. I mean, that's it for now. I think that's going to be our window.
Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah. We've got to talk about Chelsea's transfer window.
We've got, I mean, talks of Dembele. Talks of Dembele for free. I don't think that's a bad signing.
Talks of Neymar.
If he keeps
Neymar would be
talks
mad.
of Neymar.
I'll actually be jealous.
Neymar would be a mad signing.
But I feel like
I
he'd be
don't
shit.
think that's gonna happen.
I would still be mad.
I don't. Yeah, I mean,
I don't think that's gonna happen. But
I could see it. I could see your new owners wanting to like make an impact and being like, yeah, fuck it.
It'll be like a massive signing for Todd Bowley if he's gonna like first come in with Neymar. We obviously got the one signing I really want to get is Koundé, like especially as a really good replacement. Like that would be a really good signing.
They've lost.
We couldn't get him last year, but I think this year.
I think it's close to happening.
Yeah,
to be honest. I think it's definitely close to happening now.
If that happens, I think we've still got a solid defense, even though Christensen's going Barca.
Going.
I don't even know if that's confirmed yet or not.
I thought Aspilicueta is staying.
Aspilicueta signed a new contract, for a year. We've got Thiago Silva. I think that's for signings. I mean, still got a striker problem, but that's a bit of a sticky situation.
Just going for Lewandowski.
At least,
literally just going for Lewandowski.
You need Rice as well.
I mean, it could just be another like Falcao or some shit, like Higuain, like one of them 1 year.
Lewandowski,
like all those big name strikers do.
Always but you never know. Like,
but think about when they all came in. Like, at what point they were in their careers. Like, Falcao was literally like unwanted at Atletico. Like,
you're right. Lewandowski's Lewandowski.
He
would ball out. He would ball out.
Same numbers. Like, he would ball out in the Prem, definitely.
He's still No, I wouldn't be complaining, but I'm just saying like the Prem and how we are with strikers.
I mean, it's not a guaranteed success, but I feel like he's pretty transcendent. Like he'll
clear Lukaku.
Stays clear of Mbappe.
And if Lukaku's.
And now, Jez, Arsenal.
I think we're gonna sign Jesus. Like, I'm pretty confident that we will sign him at this point. And then it's whether we get in like a big number 9 as like backup. That's what I'd want, like a fucking brick shithouse in the box, like a Weghorst. Like, not obviously Weghorst, but like Calvert-Lewin. Scamacca's the guy I'm always on about, because I feel like Calvert-Lewin is a bit too expensive for what he is. But I feel like we're not going to get another striker. We're just going to keep Eddie, which is all right. Like Eddie's had a good end to the season. 100k is a lot for him, but when you consider he would have been a free transfer and had a fat signing on bonus and shit, it's not as bad like as it seems. I think he's a pretty reliable backup striker. Like, he'll get you like 10 goals a season as a backup. So
I think on 100k a week.
Yeah, we're giving him 100k a week. Yeah.
Ooh, his agent has secured him the bag.
Yeah. but like, as I said, bro, like he's a free agent. Like, his contract's over. So we got to pay him like a free agent, unfortunately. So I think attacking wise, if we were to get a Gnabry or someone like that, we really need one marquee name alongside Jesus, I think, but we might struggle to do that just given the fact we don't have Champions League. So
Gnabry and Jesus,
that would be ridiculous window. Yeah. And then if we get Aaron Hickey at Bologna as a left back, good depth for Tierney, and then maybe just a backup centre mid. I'm trying to think. I don't know who we're linked to. I think Tielemans is going to be.
Would be a good signing. I think he needs that.
I think Tielemans and Jesus are basically done. And then maybe a backup centre mid, but alongside that, but we have given Elneny a year contract, so I actually don't expect.
We've still got Lokonga there breaking through.
I feel like Leconia needs a loan, but yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much, guys, for the insight.
What about your team, Coco?
Yeah, what about the Hammers?
The Hammers. Fuck, there's not even have money to spend.
This guy doesn't know shit. This guy wouldn't know one name.
I'm supporting West Ham, Newcastle. Yeah. No, but to be fair, the only thing I'm surprised with is Diego Carlos went to Villa, and Newcastle sort of were like looking at him in January.
It's that Gerard Paul.
Yeah, I guess that Gerard.
They have a lot of Brazilians there as well. Like they probably just have mates in their team.
I think Newcastle or Villa.
What do you mean?
Newcastle or Villa have a Brazilian thing, because I think Newcastle are going to just sign bare Brazilians because they have.
Villa have already done that though. They got Coutinho, Carlos, Douglas Luiz.
Yeah, Villa has that as well. But I think Newcastle can go down that route as well. But yeah, Newcastle.
It's never a bad idea.
Honestly, Jez, I think Newcastle are going to be challenging for top 4 in the next like 3 years.
We can talk about that in our Premier League preview, which will definitely come out within the next few months.
That's true, yeah, but
yeah.
Well, that's it. That's the season reflection and Champions League reflection. So first episode done, boys. First of many. Thank you for
we'll be doing a lot. We'll be doing like videos, like we'll do like fantasy drafts. We'll do like pick our like top 5 like or top 10 best under 21s in Europe, like that sort of stuff, because in the summer there's not really much
table predictions.
So we'll be like doing a lot more challenges. We'll be maybe doing some football challenges over the summer, stuff like that.
We're going to be very active. That's the message.
That's the name.
So subscribe, follow us, do all of that stuff, because there'll be a lot of content coming from us. Thank you so much, guys, for talking today. We'll see you in the next one.